What would you do if you saw a man in his underwear, a woman, and a child with a shovel crawling under your house on security camera footage?
Elias, a man whose life revolved around a carefully cultivated sense of order, was pulled from a deep sleep not by the sun, but by a frantic series of chirps from his phone. Dozens of notifications from his home's security cameras detecting movement replaced the warmth of his bed with a cold, sharp dread. He swiped a finger across the screen, his heart thudding a panicked rhythm against his ribs. The first clip showed a man on his front lawn, middle-aged, his frame slouched with a strange, panicked urgency, wearing nothing but baggy plaid boxer shorts and flimsy sandals. His bare chest was pale in the pre-dawn light as he moved with nervous energy, head darting side to side as if looking for something lost. He paused, stared directly at the camera, then seemed to lose his nerve, shuffling away into the shadow of a large mesquite tree. Elias's mind raced. Was this a thief? A vagrant? The neighborhood had its share of issues, but this felt different, unsettling. The man didn't seem threatening so much as completely out of place, like a ghost accidentally wandering into the wrong time. The timestamp was only 20 minutes old. Elias, propelled by duty and adrenaline, threw on a t-shirt and shorts, grabbed his keys, and with a singular thought, confront him, burst out the back door. He scanned the yard, his eyes sweeping across the meticulously manicured lawn and stone path. Nothing. The morning was silent, save for the distant cry of a mourning dove. The intruder was gone. Baffled and unnerved, Elias retreated and sighed, needing more information. He replayed the footage, zooming in on every pixel, his wife Serena watching over his shoulder.
"What is that?" she whispered, pointing at the screen. Elias followed her gaze to a second camera, providing a wide-angle view of their yard, partially obscured by their small, custom-built timber guest house. In the corner of the frame, partially hidden by the guest house's stilts, a shocking scene unfolded. A family, a woman and a young girl crawling on their hands and knees underneath the guest house. The woman had a small shovel, the girl clutched a long stick. They moved with furtive, desperate purpose, only their shoulders and heads visible. The wind, picking up, masked any sounds. The image was grainy, surreal. "What are they doing?" Elias muttered, disbelief in his voice. "Are they trying to break in?" Serena's eyes widened. "Maybe they're trying to hotwire it." The thought sent a shiver down Elias's spine. He had to know. Grabbing a flashlight, he sprinted back outside, crawling on his hands and knees under the guest house, heart pounding. He checked every nook, ran his hands along the undercarriage, looked for a pry mark, a scratch, anything, nothing. The dirt was undisturbed. It was as if the camera had captured a phantom. He stood up, brushing dirt from his knees, a storm of confusion brewing. The man in boxers, the crawling family, the strange tools, too bizarre to be a misunderstanding. This was trespass, a potential attempted theft. His neighborhood, he thought, deserved a warning. Elias returned to his computer, pulled a still of the man's face, and typed a quick message onto a flyer. "Please be aware, suspicious individuals seen on our property. A man, woman, and young girl were seen trespassing in the early morning hours. Please stay vigilant and report any suspicious activity." He included the photo. He was trying to be helpful, to protect his neighbors. He printed 4 copies, folded them, and walked to a few neighbors, tucking a flyer into their mailboxes, a silent guardian for the community. The rest of the day passed without incident. The sun baked the desert, and Elias busied himself with chores, pushing the morning strangeness aside.
As afternoon waned, he went outside to tackle weeds. He was pulling at Purslane when a voice startled him. "Excuse me, are you Elias?" He looked up to see a woman, stylishly dressed, arms crossed, her expression a mix of anger and hurt. He didn't recognize her. "Yes, that's me," he said. "My name is Eleanor," she said, her voice strained. "I'm your neighbor, 5 houses down." Elias offered a friendly nod, but her tense posture put him on guard. "It's nice to meet you." "I wish I could say the same," she retorted, her voice hardening. "I just want to know what on earth possessed you to put a picture of my husband in his underwear in my mailbox for all my neighbors to see." The blood drained from Elias's face. He opened his mouth, but she wasn't done. "Do you know what it's like to have your entire day derailed because your neighbors now think your husband is a criminal in his pajamas?" she continued, her voice rising. "My daughter has pet chickens. A hawk attacked them this morning, and a few got out. My husband went out to chase them, worried sick, didn't even stop to put on a shirt. My daughter and I went out to help. We were seeing a few chickens hiding under your guest house, and we were trying to coax them out. My daughter was using a stick to help, and I was holding a shovel to get them out if they were hurt. We were looking over your neighbor's fence to see if they had run over there. You put a flyer here in my mailbox, Elias. You made me the talk of the neighborhood because you couldn't be bothered to ask a question before you went on a smear campaign. We've had a terrible, stressful day, and you made it so much worse. Elias stood there, speechless, the shovel feeling heavy. His certainty that he was right, doing the responsible thing, crumbled. He had assumed, acted on a partial, silent video, and wronged an entire family. His face burned with shame. He stammered an apology, words catching. Eleanor, I am so sorry. I didn't know. I was asleep, and the video, it was just so strange. From my perspective, it looked like a break-in. I should have confronted you, but you were gone so fast. I didn't see any chickens, no footprints. Eleanor looked at him, eyes glistening. Well, you have a good night, Elias. Thank you so much for the warning. The passive-aggressive tone was a knife. She turned and walked away, leaving him alone, a monument to his spectacular failure. In a cold sweat of panic, Elias ran back inside. He had to fix this, retrieve the flyers. He flew to the mailboxes, heart pounding. 1, 2, 3. They were still there, unread. The fourth, Eleanor's, was the only one seen. As he stood in the quiet darkness, flyers crumpled in his hand, humiliation washed over him. His wife's quiet voice echoed, "Maybe you shouldn't have made the flyers." He had been so sure he was protecting his community. Instead, he had created a problem, embarrassed an innocent family trying to save their beloved pets. He hadn't started a neighbor feud, he had single-handedly waged a war, and he had lost.